they are family or friends. There is no option like that. That's why I'm a little bit confused. Some of people I know that in your WhatsApp group also they are saying that you can book for you can book. Yes, I would suggest, yeah, because well, to be honest, I mean, I'm sure the UK authority, they are struggling at the minute. They don't have enough capacity to cater for all the students. So even it would be good for them as well to cater two people in the same room. But I mean, if you already spoken to them and they agree that you can book, I don't see an issue. But obviously, you can save some money there. Yes, yes, definitely we can. And just one condition, they are saying that you need to travel in same flight. Yes, yes, that has to be exactly. So as long you're traveling at the same time, basically, yeah, in the same flight, then you can, because the picking up and basically from the airport to yeah, basically transition between the airport and the hotel, that is already included in your sort of yeah cost. So as long yeah, you go yeah, if you go both at the same time, then you can go basically to the same room. So I don't see an issue in that one. If you can book it, I would just go with that. Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks for the call. Yeah, it's a pleasure talk with you. Thank you. Thank Cheers. You. Bye. Bye. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another live session. This is your host, Jess Gadek. And in this live session, I wanted to talk to you about the actually specific. I'm going to keep talking about the jobs and the civil engineering sort of yeah scope in the UK. What are the job prospects here? Obviously, I mean, this is a live session, so it's open for your questions as well. It doesn't necessarily be to yeah relating to civil engineering, but obviously in the interim, if I get a chance, I will keep talking about the civil engineering, and we'll take your calls as well. So here's another call. So we'll take that call and we'll carry on from there on. Hello, you are live with JK. Would you mind? Hello. Hello, you are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please? Can you hear me? Hello. Yeah. My my name is Vishal Puar. I'm from India. Can you hear me now? Yes, I can. Yeah. Hi, Rishan. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. My name is Vishal Kaur from Maharashtra, Nasik. Yeah. Yeah. I got your name. Would you wanna reveal your questions as well? What do you wanna ask, please? Yeah, actually, I had offer letter. So now I want to know what are the job prospect in there, like for structural engineer. So what should I prepare for start my master's? Structural engineering job prospects. Okay. Any other question? Yeah. That's it. I have only one question. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your call. Keep online. Basically, on I will yeah respond to your question on the YouTube if you're watching there. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for call. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much, Rishan, for your call and your question. So, structure engineering, you are preparing, yeah, to come here to do your masters. So the prerequisites are nothing, I would say, for study. Obviously, as long you have a good grip on your yeah the softwares. Like I mean, generally you would use one of the softwares. I mean, that would teach you generally maybe super stress or any answers, maybe FEM sort of yeah softwares there. But obviously, if you can't practice beforehand, it doesn't matter. That will teach you here anyway. But obviously, as a structure engineer, you need to ensure you have a good grip on the structure analysis. I mean, yeah, how to determine yeah all these analysis, because that will be the main sort of your content of the course as well. How to do different materials, like concrete, steel, masonry, timber. So these would be different materials, and how you would do the structure analysis. Euro codes is really important, because that's the one you're going to be taught about, the Euro codes. So that's where I've uploaded already a few sort of lectures on the Euro codes, if you're not familiar with the Euro codes as yet. So this is not just for yourself, but all the others they're watching here as well. Please ensure you start watching those Euro codes lectures. There are for yourselves, to familiarize yourself. You're coming here to study either civil engineering or structural engineering, and definitely that will give you a bit of insight. It won't make you basically a competent sort of using the Eurocode, but at least that will give you a sense of your understanding the codes, because Eurocode is completely different than what we used to have, basically British standards here. Obviously, in India you would use your own standards there, but here when you do your masters, you will use the Eurocodes, and obviously, the future as well, when you get to the job, that's where you're going to utilize the Eurocode. So that is the, I would say, if you had a chance, uh, do try basically understand the Eurocodes. That would be quite useful beforehand, basically, when you get to the lectures. Apart from that, I don't see any more prerequisites, to do your masters. The job prospects, I always say civil engineering, structural engineering, whatever, within the same umbrella, they are in good sort of they have good job prospects here. I'm sure, if you do your structural engineering in good sort of, you understand the logic there, the analysis there, and that's all you need, basically, when it comes to the graduate jobs. Obviously, you need to know your soft skills about the presentation, communication. Obviously, that is the main English language, which, again, generally we struggle, coming over from overseas. But obviously, you need to practice a lot your presentation skills, and as long you have those soft skills along with your analytical skills from structural engineering, that's all you need to avail the opportunities in the job. And in terms of the jobs, obviously, when you complete your studies, the first jobs you will apply as a fresher would be the graduate jobs, and you can search on different portals like indeed.com, and the LinkedIn, CV Library. These are the totaljobs.com. These are a few sort of job portals you can start searching and basically applying your jobs to that. I'm sure it's a straightforward sort of scenario after completion of study. Applying the job is a straightforward, but obviously availing the opportunity, that's where it's a bit of as long you show that sort of skills and your sort of analytical skills there. Obviously, that's where they would require as a structural engineer from yourself, the basic understanding of the softwares and the sort of structure mechanics. That would be the primarily sort of your requirements for yourselves. So I hope I've clarified your question here. Thank you very much for your call. First of all, I will add, guys, my number here in the comment section as well. So I would encourage you, if you can call me rather than through the texting, that would be really useful. 4595365. So I've added my number there, the WhatsApp number there. So if you want to call me on that number, so we can talk about the reason I'm saying that, because it's easy for all the viewers there. They can listen to your questions as well, and I can respond straight away here, so they can benefit from your question. I'm sure they would be good. But as said earlier, this is a live session, and obviously the theme here is I wanted to just highlight the scope of civil engineering in the UK, the job prospects. But obviously, in the interim, if I receive calls, so I'll go and attend that call as well to share with yourself as well. But in terms of the scope, as mentioned already, the civil engineering is in the shortage occupational list, and obviously is in high demand here. So it covers not just civil engineering. Obviously, under the civil engineering umbrella, you have the structural engineering, environmental, construction project management, all the other disciplines. Actually, they all come under the same civil engineering umbrella, so they are all in high demand here. To avail the opportunity, generally that's the question generally comes from yourself as well. After completion of studies, I mean, as a fresher without experience, or will there be opportunity, I mean, to get the into the job ladder? So I always say, basically, concentrate on your study. That's your first hurdle, I mean, to come here to study, actually. And to do that basically in high grades, obviously that will enhance your chances to go into the job market. So that's very important, paramount for your future. So make sure, generally I've seen people, when they come here, they're stuck in the odd jobs, and they start earning actually from the odd jobs, and they stuck to that sort of side, and they put the studies on the back burner, and which is not a good thing. Obviously, that that is going to cost you in a long term. Obviously, in short term, you're earning money. That's what you get. But obviously, in long term, it's going to cost you a lot more. Trust me. I've seen people here, and they struggle actually. Even if you fail one of the subjects, that going to derail your degree, and obviously they're going to impact your job implications as well, and maybe your PSW as well. I don't know what the implication would be on the PSW there, but obviously, in a first attempt, that's what you should be aiming for. On your first attempt, you should clear your degree, and obviously, the higher the grades, the better the opportunity to get into the job market. Although I'm saying that, the reason I'm saying, yeah, higher grade, that mean you understand the whole sort of subjects, yeah, in great depth. I mean, that's what you need, actually. But when it comes to the job, basically they don't generally ask basically how much, yeah, you have achieved your grades, or yeah, it doesn't count there. Trust me. But obviously, the higher grade, by that I mean that you can basically understand fully the whole lot there, and you can basically in the interview stage as well, as long you know, the more knowledge you have, the more knowledge about your subject, it's easy to grab the opportunity. And when it comes to application, basically applying for the jobs, obviously the process is exactly the same, whether you are a graduate, or you are a skilled worker, whatever, yeah, your sort of situation is. So you need to go through the same job portals which I already mentioned. So is a number of job portals we generally use here, like a cvlibrary.com. There's indeed.com, total jobs, LinkedIn. But obviously, for all these job portals, the most important actually criteria is your profile and your CV is very important, because that's the only thing you are showcasing to the basically recruitment and to the agencies there. And that's the only sort of, yeah, your document they see there. So as long you have the content in the CV, that's where they're going to be, yeah, selected through the screening process. So you need to ensure your CV is up to the standards. And about the CV, I would say, if you don't know already, please search the gov.uk website, and you can figure out, yeah, the standard UK CV template there, the requirements, in fact, yeah, what you need to include in your CV, in fact, I mean, to find a job here. And that will basically tell you exactly what information you need to include as a part of the CV. So that is very important when it comes to finding the job in the UK. And once you have tailored your CV, your requirement there, then you upload your profile on all these platforms. And that's where the next stage is. Basically, if you're selected, make sure again you include all the keywords there. Generally, yeah, the recruitment, obviously they're receiving in hundreds of sort of CVs there. So they generally they would do some sort of, yeah, the keywords search there. So as long you have the keywords there in your CV, That's where it give you more opportunity to be selected and called upon basically for the jobs as well. So that's very important, your CV, because that's the only way you will be called upon, yeah, for the interview. So as long you have the right CV there, that will be a really really good and will take you to the next stage of interview. So I'm going to talk about the interview, but let's see, there's lots of comments here coming along here. uh, Guys, please do call me on that number, I'll add it in. uh, Trust me, yeah, I don't bite, and we can have a chat as well. But let's see who's there. What are Let's start from the bottom. Sayed Akramuddin, without driving license, is it possible to get job as a fresher in the UK? Because everywhere they're asking driving license for civil engineering job. Brother, it's not necessary, I would say. Especially, I mean, if you're working for a consultancy, I mean, let me talk about, yeah, the difference between different sort of stakeholders. So you would have the contractor and the consultant. So if you are a design engineer, especially, I mean, if you are a structural engineer or civil engineer in the design sort of side, so you'll be working with the consultancy. So in that case, your job would be basically 9 till 5 in the office. That would be office based, where you don't need basically a driving license for sure. So you'll be just going back and forth basically between your home and your office, and majority of your time will be the office based. But if you're thinking about the construction management, if you're thinking the contractor, which comes to the contracting side, obviously that needs a lot more sort of traveling there, and you have to travel a lot basically back and forth to the site and site office. And for especially for those who intend to come for the construction management sort of side, and they intend to go into the contracting side basically. So make sure driving license should be your first priority to get the, because generally they do require, yeah, because that's the same reason, because you have to travel back and forth to monitor the construction here. That's where possibly you are looking at the jobs which requires basically, which are the side based, the contracting base. That's where they are asking for the driving license. Otherwise I don't see. But let's take this call first and we'll carry on. Hello, you are live with JK. Would you mind sharing your name and your location, please?
Yeah, I'm Kiran from India.
Hi Kiran, how are you? Hello.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, of
Hello.
course, you're live now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I have one query with London universities which I need to prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Actually, yeah, I have graduated in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need 7 years of experience with me.
Right.
How would I need to plan for UK universities for this September 2020?
Now, so have you already got the experience, or are you lacking that period there?
Yeah, actually, I have 7 years of gap.
So, I mean, if you already hello, hello, yes, I got your question now, brother. Uh, is there any more questions?
No. Actually, I am doubt with the gap. Is it a good opportunity for me with having experience? Or with a gap of 7 years, there is more chances to reject my visa. That's a major doubt with me in order to start my UK procedure.
Right. Okay, brother, I got your question. Okay. Yeah. Keep line online there on the YouTube, so I'll answer your question there. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Kiran, for your call and your question. So you said that you graduated in 2014 and you have about 7 years experience and you plan to do your masters. So will there be any implication on the visa, basically to get a visa because of the gap there? So obviously, if you, for instance, if you've done your engineering, for instance, civil engineering back in that sort of 2014, and you kept basically in the same sort of theme. You had the experience in civil engineering, and you're doing a masters now in the same field. So that's basically, there's no sort of problem with that. Obviously it's always good to have basically enhance your education with the time. So I don't see any reason. Obviously the complication comes when you completely change your pattern. I mean, you have studied something different, your experience is different in different field, and your master's completely in sort of random sort of the subjects. That's where the complication comes in, and that's where the more doubts here come in the mind of immigration as well. So as long you're consistent with your pattern, you have done civil engineering, you go 7 years experience in the same field, and now you're doing masters, that's absolutely fine. I don't see any issue with that one. So just get on with your application. I don't see any sort of issue with that one. So I hope that clarifies the questions. um, right, so I'll carry on with the comments. Sort of the guys are, they don't want to talk to me, and they are throwing their questions in the comment section here. So obviously I do encourage you, please do call me. I don't bite. So the next question I would just go to from Crypto Manis. Wow. What are the immigration prospects after the introduction of PSW visa? Right, brother. So obviously that is really a good inclusion, the PSW. That gives you a chance, I mean, to grab the opportunity, the permanent sort of role opportunity in the UK. Obviously after completion of your studies, the degree level course, you will get a 2 years PSW. And after that, basically that give you the opportunity to search for your relevant jobs. But obviously it doesn't restrict you whether to do any odd jobs or any other jobs. You can do any other jobs within that 2 years of the PSW. But obviously the main sort of purpose of that PSW is to, because the main purpose that have been introduced, so the UK is gonna retain the most of basically the educated people here. They studied here. Obviously the more talent they're going to retain here due to the Brexit as well. More they need more and more sort of professionals here, and that's the main reason why they need to retain more professionals here. So that is your opportunity, the 2 years there. And obviously once you avail the opportunity of that, the proper sort of your relevant job there, that's where you're going to get to the next stage of your immigration, which is the skilled worker visa. And once you are on the skilled worker visa for 5 years, basically it retain that sort of job on there. That's where you get to the PR. Basically that is the sort of prospects there to the immigration. It's quite easy process. Obviously the only hurdle is to get the job, and that's where I was talking earlier, how to get basically the job here after completion of studies. So I hope that clarifies your question there, Crypto Manis. Please, brothers, do call me. And also, if you like the information, don't forget, to press the like button as well. It just give me a bit more boost. Actually, I only see 4 likes. Come on, guys. I mean, it needs to be at least 10 by now. So do press the like button if you, obviously, if you don't mind. I don't want to upset you. Right. Okay. Let's see whose questions is next. Muhammad Abdullah 1727. What is the scope of structure engineering in Europe? Oh, in Europe, no, in UK. Um, Brother, I don't know rest of the Europe, but obviously I can only talk about the scope in the UK, which I already explained. If you missed that, I will upload, re-upload this video to the my YouTube channel. So make sure you watch that again. And in terms of scope, I'm sure, we already know that the civil engineering, structural engineering, they are in the shortage occupation list, and you won't be disappointed once you complete your degree here. So I hope that clarifies your question. The next question is Muhammad Jawad Pakhair. Brother Sangay, hey salam, dear students can travel to UK from red list countries. Typical question, brother. بالكل travel كل شيء travel كس restrictions نشتا red list country. The only difference obviously is you need to quarantine for 10 days in the yeah, the government control hotel. That's the only difference, Jawad. Otherwise, you can travel here anytime, as long you have the long sort of, yeah, visa, which the students comes under the long residence visa, no, long visa sort of, yeah, category. So you have that visa, you can travel. Obviously the restriction is for the the restrictions is only for the visitors, which is a short, basically less than 6 months or 6 months sort of, yeah, duration. So as long you have long visa, you can travel from the red list countries. There's no restrictions, but obviously the only difference, you have to pay for the quarantine 10 days in the hotel. That's the only difference. Thank you, Jawad. uh, the next question is Sayyid Ikramuddin. I think I answered that. MSc in Civil Engineering scope in the UK. Brother, I already explained actually the scope there. The next question, MSc Civil Engineering versus Structural Engineering versus Transportation. Oh, brother, versus Construction Management. You could have a lot more verses. Yeah, you missed a few more there, brother. But so what do you want basically? MSc Civil Engineering versus Structural Engineering versus Transportation versus Construction Management. Well, brother, I don't know what the actual question is. Are you comparing all the different sort of, yeah, disciplines there, civil engineering, or what you want me to say? Just clarify the question. What you want me to say there? Right. The next question. Oh, which is good? Okay, I'm a bit slow actually to react to your questions. Which one is good? So obviously, I always say when this question comes, obviously, which one is good? Whatever is your favorite subjects, go with that one, because that's the only one you can excel further than if someone else advises you basically to go with on their choice. So whatever is your favorite subjects, I would say go with that one, brother, because they are all in good demand here. So I'm sure, yeah, you won't be disappointed with any of choosing any of those ones. So I hope that clarifies the question there. So let's see who else. So dependent from the Dharmendra Wagela. My apologies, yeah, if I'm just ruining your surname there. So dependent visa holder can travel in the UK. Yes, of course, yeah, they have the long-term sort of visa, so they can travel again if you're traveling from the red list country. So you have to quarantine for 10 days. So it's no exception to that. So as long you do that and obviously abide by the other rules which you should know about, you have to have the negative COVID test done as well if you're traveling from the red list countries. And also you have to book, I think I believe the COVID test pack that's already included into the hotel quarantine, so you don't have to book that separately as long you choose the right content there when you're booking your hotel. So I hope that clarifies that question. The next question is from Veran Akosh Akoshkar. Sir, what type of skills we need to learn while studying to get the opportunities later after completing the masters? Brother, I always encourage on the soft skills. Soft skills is very important, and by soft skill I mean like your communication. Obviously that is paramount, very important how you communicate with people. And that's exactly my point. I ask you to call me, and that will encourage you to speak more in the public, and that will give you the encouragement. Presentation skills, another sort of, yeah, soft skill there. You need to have, yeah, those sort of skills there. Team working, how you work with different teams. I mean, that's another skills you need to brush up that skills. The other skills I would say, just have a knowledge of health and safety is very important. No matter what industry you're working in the UK, you have to have the knowledge of the basic health and safety. If you don't know already, I would say do visit the HSE, Health and Safety Executive, HSE. .co.uk website. That is about the legislation, the UK legislation about the health and safety. Obviously, you can have a look at the CDM regulation, Construction Design Management Regulation 2015. You can have a look and read through those ones. Very simple, easy to understand if you read through them, and you would understand actually what you are required. I mean, to have the knowledge of here in the UK. But I will carry on. Let's get this brother on the call. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Would you? Hello.
Hello, sir. I am Vignesh from. Hello, sir. Can
Yeah.
you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can. Hi, Vignesh.
Hello, sir. I am Vignesh from India. I have two questions, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. First is now India is added to red list country. Okay, that's okay. The hotel curtain cost is very expensive, sir. Any other options are there for international students?
Right. Okay. Not. I will try to basically whatever I know within my knowledge. I'll give you some suggestions there. Is there any more questions?
Yes, sir. Another question is driving license. Can international students can get a driving license in UK, sir?
Sorry, the question is, can international students get a driving license? Is that the question?
Yes, sir. Because if I studied in September 2021,
Mm-hmm.
by PSW visa, I can get a 2 years visa.
Yeah.
So by there, I can get a driving license in UK, sir.
Okay. Is
Can
there?
I get?
Yeah. I got the question. Is there any more questions,
Then,
brother?
yes, sir.
Mm.
That's it, sir. Then how much it costs, sir?
Okay. Thank you very much. I will respond. Stay online. Yeah. Stay online. I will
Okay,
answer.
sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vignesh, for your calls. There's another call. I will respond to your queries. Please stay online. So there's another call. Hello, you are live with JK. Would you mind to share your name and your location, please?
Yeah, hi, yes. This is Abdul Kader. I'm working in Dubai. I'm from Dubai. I'm from India, actually, working in Dubai.
Hi, Abdul. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi, yes. First of all, thank you very much for your guiding us through this social medias, YouTube, WhatsApp, family.
I'm trying my best actually. I'm trying my best to help. I mean, where I can. So I hope this is helping.
I appreciate, really appreciate. Right. I'm my. Uh,
Sorry, brother. You.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you say your questions, please?
Martin, yeah, my question is, basically I'm a health and safety professional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having 12 years of experience in Singapore and 6 years I'm continuing in Dubai another 6 years. Actually, I'm planning masters for my wife. I'm going to, inshallah, I'm going to land in a dependent visa. My hello. Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
yes, brother, you are breaking, but yeah, I understood your question. You're coming as a dependent. Yeah, you got health and safety experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not yet finished. My question is the what is the chance of getting a work permit after landing in the dependent visa? Does the Brexit will really help us this time to get a work permit for particularly for Asian country like Pakistan?
Right. Okay. Now I got your question. So you're coming as a dependent visa, and how to get the work permit here? Yeah, that's your question. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the chance of getting the work permit? People mostly scam me. It's really tough to get the work permit.
Right. Okay, brother.
I just want to get a word from you. How is the possibility?
Okay, brother. Is there any more questions?
Nothing else. There.
Okay, Abdul. Thank you very much. Thanks for the call. Please stay online there. Yeah.
Breakfast here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, Abdul, thank you very much. Thanks for your call. Yeah, I'll respond to your question, but before yourself, there was Vignesh who called from India, and he asked about, yeah, one of the question was about the quarantine hotel. That's costing £1,750 for 10 days quarantine. You have to pay actually if you're coming from the release country. So is there any sort of opportunity or any other sort of way around, I mean, to reduce that cost? So I'm not sure this is just what I've heard from the actually the WhatsApp group. Actually, I'm leading those ones as well. No, I'm not leading actually. There's lots of professional there as well, and they share their knowledge and experience on those sort of WhatsApp groups. If you are not aware of that, if you go onto the my videos, there will be links in the description there. You can join them as well. But what I heard in those sort of, yeah, actually discussion from the WhatsApp groups, that you can actually, if you're coming along with your friend, you can stay in the in the same room, in fact, and that you can divide basically the cost there. So you will be basically, obviously, the first the primary sort of, yeah, person, they need to pay 1,750. And as a dependent, obviously you can book as a dependent, your friend, and that's going to be 600, I think around £650. So in total, that's going to cost you about the 2,400. So you can split actually with your friend, and that's going to reduce to almost, yeah, actually 2,400. That means you 1,200. So you have reduced the cost a bit there. But as I said, this is what I heard the people, actually the students, they have done. Actually, they share their experience already on those WhatsApp groups. So this is something, if you're traveling, have a look through around. And if there's obviously, I mean, if there's students, they're coming in the same flight with yourself as well, you can just, yeah, tie up with them, and just make that collaboration with them, so that can slightly reduce the burden there. So I'm sure, yeah, that's going to help you, even if you say £500 there. So that's going to help you as well. So that is a choice. But obviously, I can't see any way around it. Basically, that's the most you can reduce it if you have a partner there, and you can book one room there. The next question, Vignesh asked about the driving license. Can you get a driving license as an international student? Uh, Definitely, you can get the driving license as an international student. There's no restriction on getting a driving license. But obviously, just to let you know that when you come basically as international students, you can even, if you basically, you can utilize your international license here in the UK as well for 1 year. That is valid for 1 year as well. So obviously, I mean, if you're studying in the first year, and you're struggling with money and sort of, yeah, training, obviously, when it gets to getting the driving license, it takes a lot of basically effort there. I will discuss a bit more there. But you can utilize the international driving license here in the UK as well, for 1 year. So that is a good chance. If you're traveling from overseas, if you already got the international license there, you can utilize here as well, basically for 1 year. But to get the driving license here, there's no restriction. You can start basically the process on your first day arrival here. You need to just request the form, basically the driving license form. You need to fill that form, and you need to get the provisional license first. I mean, that's the first thing you need to get. For that one, you don't need anything apart from obviously your proof of address, I believe, and you maybe some other sort of, your minor requirements. I think the cost is only £35 to get that, basically the provisional driving license. That's all it costs, basically. So you apply to that provisional license, you get the provisional license. Then there's a two-stage, I mean, to get the license. The first is theory test, basically, and that's all completely depend on yourself. There are books available, even the apps are available. You can study yourself all the course, the requirements there about the test, and you can go through that theory test. And again, once you're prepared, you can book basically your theory test. That's the first stage, basically, to clear the theory test. The second stage is your practical test, which cost a lot more. Basically, obviously, it depends your sort of, yeah, capability, how much you know basically about the driving. Obviously, it's a lot more to learn here in the UK as well, and you need to take basically lessons to understand basically the driving rules, the highway codes here in the UK, and you have to book that practical sort of lessons here, and that cost a lot more. Basically, I would say minimum you should bear five between 500 to 800. That should be minimum you should allocate to get the driving license, because I've gone through the process, and I know, yeah, it costs quite a lot actually there. And once you have done the license there, then after, yeah, you're competent there for and prepare for the practical, you can avail the opportunity and book your practical test there, and that's where you can once you're past there, then you can get the driving license. So there's no restriction whether you are international or you are local. Is exactly the same process. So I hope that clarifies your questions there, Vignesh. The next question that came from Abdul from Dubai. So Abdul, thank you very much for your question. uh, about the health and safety. Obviously you got lots of experience already in different sort of, yeah, countries as well. There is a huge scope. Obviously, I was talking about the same theme actually before your call. Health and safety, you need is paramount actually here. Obviously, in the construction industry is very important, and every site should have, well, must have all the safety staff there. And as long, I would say, keep sort of, yeah, if you're traveling, yeah, you already plan to travel here to the UK, understand the CDM regulations, which you can find basically on the hse.gov.uk. I believe that is the website. And that will give you a lot more information about the health and safety culture here as well. There is a approved code of practice, yeah, sort of guidance there as well. Very important sort of, yeah, document there. You can read through, sift through that information there as well, just to understand the health and safety culture here in the UK. CDM regulation is very important because that's something needs to be implemented on site. So you need to have a grip on those ones if you're coming here. Obviously, definitely that's going to help you when it comes to finding the jobs. That would give you the whole process basically, how the system works here. Once you understand the CDM regulations, once you go through that HSC website, I'm sure that give you a sort of eye opener. I mean, what to expect here in the UK in terms of the health and safety. Once you have gone through those sort of details, trust me, it's not a hard, I mean, to find a jobs. In terms of the job portals, it's exactly the same. You need to go through those job portals like CV Library, Indeed.com. Obviously, your profile on the LinkedIn, that you make that priority if you haven't done already, and try to contact with different people, the HSC sort of, yeah, people here in the UK. Search them, yeah, in the LinkedIn, and try to engage with them as well, just to get their buy-in as well before advance. Just keep talking to them. But that is like a Facebook, a professional Facebook here. We generally use actually the LinkedIn here, so you can use the same way from overseas. Obviously, if you're coming dependent visa, you are eligible to work full time, so you can go straight into the professional job sort of category there, and you can start searching. And that's where I said, if you are prepared, actually what you are required, actually what the laws are saying. There's lots of laws, and basically the legislation are there, the health and safety. So as long you keep preparing yourself for those ones, you understand, yeah, the logic, yeah, yeah, all the documentation from there on. And when it comes to here, basically start jobbing, obviously that will be the same sort of question you will asked about here in about the UK sort of culture, not overseas. Obviously you've been practicing overseas. In terms of, yeah, practicality, that will be exactly the same, but obviously the implementation of the law will be slightly different here. So as long you understand those requirements, what I've already talked about, that will definitely enhance your chances to get into the job market here. And the work permit is exactly getting a job. Basically, once you get the job, that's where you're going to be getting the work permit, which is the skilled worker visa. And once you have that visa, you have to stay on that visa for 5 years, and you get the PR here. That's how it works here. So I hope, Abdul, I've clarified that question. But in terms of, yeah, how easy or hard it is. Again, it all comes to the same point, to your interview, how you express your competency basically, how you express there, how you show them, yeah, you are willing, or you understand, yeah, what the job requirements are. As long you show them in the interview, that's the only stage you need to go through here to get a job. And I'm sure, yeah, with your sort of experience, you know the practicality there already. So as long you have a grip on the UK legislation, UK laws, yeah, UK health and safety, which you can find on the HSC website, that should be good enough to find a job here. I hope that clarifies your question there. It's again more questions, yeah, coming in. And brothers, if you're just joining in, please do press the like button if you're liking the information. Obviously, I don't want to, yeah, stress you if you don't like, so you don't need to press the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do press that subscribe button as well. All right, let's go through some more questions here on the chat. Sai Wetapalam, what is the best university for construction project management in the UK and best place to choose in low cost, sir? Right. Right, best university for construction, brother. I won't know exactly. There are hundreds of universities in the UK, so I won't know exactly which one are the basically best for specific to construction project management. But what I do say always, all the time, is cheap. Yeah, basically go for the cheapest, so you can save some money there. I won't mind. I mean, whether it's the cheapest or you go for the best. I don't know whether they're going to serve you more when it comes to finding the job, or yeah, avail the opportunity in the job process. Basically, when it comes to basically an interview stage, they don't generally ask you where you did your masters from. So as long you have the skills there, actually you can express those skills in the interview. That's all it matters. It doesn't matter where you did your masters from. So if you go for the cheapest, um uh, it won't bother, yeah, the employer there. So in terms of the cheapest, you can go there. I'm sure, yeah, you can go the video I uploaded, the top 10 cheapest university on my website, and you can choose one of them there. In terms of the place, the best place to choose in low cost, right, the low cost, obviously London is one of the top, yeah, in the world, actually, the expensive place to live there. You need to ignore that. But apart from London, Edinburgh is another one. Yeah, is more expensive. But apart from that, I believe Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow. These are the main other, yeah, cities in the UK. Are the main biggest cities, and they comes basically as a norm. I would say as a cheap. There are different places. Obviously, they're big cities, so you will find, yeah, definitely, yeah, cheap places there, and they are more affordable. So that would be a better choice if you're looking for the cheapest option. Right. A next question from Akshay Sita-san. Sir, I'm a civil engineering graduate from India and I would like to do my master's in structural engineering and with advanced practice at Teesside University. Sir, what is your opinion about the course? My opinion is good. Teesside is a good cheap university, good choice, I would say. In terms of the master in structural engineering, obviously, I mean, it's in demand course, structural engineering, but advanced practice, I believe, yeah, with advanced practice there will be more practical sort of, yeah, side there. I'm not sure, but obviously, if you're doing structural engineering, anyone who's doing structural engineering, make sure you understand the basically you have a good grip on the structure mechanics, because that's the main sort of, yeah, content you should be studying. Obviously, as mentioned earlier, for those who are joining now, Eurocodes, make sure you understand the Eurocodes. That's something you would learn, obviously, during the course as well. But when it comes to the jobs as well, that's something you need to apply, the Eurocodes to the practical life as well. So I did upload, yeah, a few videos on my channel as well. There is a dedicated sort of, yeah, actually playlist on my YouTube channel as well, the Eurocodes. So if you start, yeah, basically looking at those ones, that will give you a glimpse basically what Eurocodes is. They are completely different than the American British standards, and obviously if you're coming from India, you would use the Indian standards there, which is completely different. The Eurocause is completely a different beast here. So try to understand that beforehand. That will really help you along the way. So I hope that clarified your question there, Akshay. The next question is from Jesa. After bachelor in civil engineering, what is best to get tier 2 in the UK? MSc, construction, project management, or MBA? Right. Very good question. Civil engineering, obviously. So I will go relevant to civil engineering, which is construction project management. That will be my best bet. Obviously, that comes. That just ties in with your civil engineering. If you're bachelor in civil engineering and you do the construction project management, that means you remain in the same field. The other project management or MBA, that can be applicable to any field, basically whether you're going to into the banking or some other completely random sort of sectors. There you can apply there as well. Obviously, which I don't have enough competency, or I can't talk about the other sort of subjects there. But obviously I'm just thinking, if you are done the civil engineering bachelor, the best bet will be the construction project management, and that will keep you basically in the same field. That's if that is your interest, to keep yourself in the same field basically. So I would go for construction project management. I hope that clarifies your question there, guys. Do press the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. And let's see. I mean, I'm not getting any more calls. Come on. I should have received a lot more, guys. If you are just joining in, I was initially, I started off with I'm going to go through the information about how to get into the job loader. I think I already mentioned a lot about how to get into the job ladder after completion of your studies. I can't even talk now. So I was talking about the CV. Actually, CV plays a really vital role here in finding the job. And I was talking about how to tell, basically how to find out exactly what pattern you need to use. So in the UK they have their own standards. So the gov.uk website, that will give you, basically if you search there on that website, the standard UK CV template, that will give you all the requirements there, what you need to include in your CV. And that is very important. That's where actually you will be picked up for, I mean, for the job interview. As long you have a good CV, that's where you will be chosen basically from those job portals. This is the sort of really common question I generally receive, that you are not getting any sort of course from the recruiter. Obviously I've seen this CV, and it's just obviously with such and such experienced people there. And when I look at their CV, obviously the template is not what the recruitment agencies or the employers are looking for here. So obviously you need to be make sure you understand the standards here. You need to abide by those rules. So as long you stick to the rules, I'm sure you will get the questions there. um, right. The next question, J. Let's see, a few more questions is coming now. J. Scope of construction project management in the UK, is it easy to find tier two for them? Brother, if you're joining now, I've already talked quite a lot about obviously this is again part of the civil engineering construction project management. When you say easy, I won't say yes, it's easy, because it make a different sort of generally when I say it's easy, it come to the point that you say you complete your degree and the job will be there at your doorstep, which won't be the case. So it's easy in a sense that when it comes to finding the job, the job portals you're going to search there, there will be specific graduate jobs there, and when you click on those jobs, there'll be specific requirements for each job, basically what they are expecting you to do basically at the job. So they will be, obviously as a graduate, they don't anticipate you to have lots of experience under your belt. Obviously as a graduate, that means you're fresher, but obviously you're willing, basically you have the soft skills and you're willing to do whatever they required you to do. As long you express those of, yeah, requirements there in the interview, then that is easy to get a job. But otherwise, if even if you can't express those of requirements there in the interview, that means it's not easy, it's really hard actually, it's impossible. So in terms of, yeah, it's easy or hard, you can assess yourself looking at the job description on the job portals, and that will give you the gauge basically whether you can avail the opportunity or not. So it's completely up to your competency, how competent you are about your skills. As long you express that in the interview, so it's easy. Otherwise, it's not. I hope that clarifies your question. Right. Question from Akshay. Which subject is easier for studying structural or construction management, and a better scope in the future for a tier two visa? Easier, brother, is no easy. Obviously if you're doing masters here, just to let you know, it's no easy task, trust me. This they're more research based actually. So you are giving basically just the instruction how to do things. It's not as if, like, I mean, you're studying like a school level. Obviously I'm myself from the Asian community, I studied there as well. So completely different the way, yeah, they study, actually that they taught you in the university, especially at master level. They expect you to do research yourself. So as long you're good at researching, then it's easy. Otherwise, it's not easy, because I believe in structure, if you're doing structure engineering, you have to go through the exams as well. There will be lots of exams there for sure in structure engineering. Construction management, there may be some exams and some sort of, yeah, assignments there. There will be weightage there. So if you are sort of struggling with the exams, then structure engineering won't be for you. I did myself actually structure engineering, and they were completely based exam based actually. All the modules were exam based, and they were, I would say, they are tough if you don't know what you're doing, but otherwise they are easy actually if you know you actually you understand the analytical sort of side, basically the that's what I can say. So there's no easy option, brother. You need to prepare yourself, basically, prepare yourself mentally. This is what you're doing. Masters is quite a high level, so the university expects you to do a lot more, basically research yourself and finding solution to the problem yourself, rather than they will give you basically a spoon feed. So it doesn't work the way you're going to be thinking basically. So master is a quite high level. So I can't say, yeah, which one is easier. But obviously is if you are struggling with the exams, then structure would be a struggle for yourself. I'm not sure in terms of, obviously, construction management. I expect that to be sort of, yeah, a split between the exams plus the some assignments there, in the final sort of weightage and your final sort of reports there. So if that is your, so something you could do that one, so that would be a better choice in terms of the future scope. I would say, yeah, it's still under the same civil engineering umbrella. They got, yeah, similar sort of scope around. Again, it comes to the same point basically to your interview. As long you know your skills there, you express them there, what the employer looking for, then you're gonna get the job there. Right. The next question is from Gamey. Sir, I'm planning to do waste environmental engineering from Uni of Greenwich. I don't know. Greenwich. Okay, Greenwich. Is that good? That is really good. That is really good choice, actually, brother. Waste management is really a good subject. The energy from waste, actually, that is really the hot topic as I speak. So definitely you will get a chance actually in your future as well. University of Greenwich, is it good, brother? I don't know, if I'm honest. Is it good or bad? Well, I won't say bad. There's no university which I would say that they're ranked bad. So they will be sort of, yeah. Um, I would say obviously the top university, Oxford, Cambridge, they come really sort of, yeah, high standards, like in the world sort of level. But the rest, I mean, there will be, I would account them literally at the same standards. They all provide really good standard education there, so I won't say that they're bad. Obviously, as long they provide the content what you're looking for, that's what you should be interested in, rather than, yeah, the university ranking. So I hope, I mean, that clarifies your question there. But brothers, uh, please do call me. If you don't know, yeah, the number, I will add the number again here, just for your reference. 7459536532, and let's have a chat rather than, yeah, through your messages. Come and call me, and let's go through the drop some questions, brother. That's part of your soft skills as well, actually, talking to others and to boost basically your sort of communication skills. And also, Jamie, sir, what about sustainable building design? Brother, it's quite unique and specific, I would say. You're restraining yourself quite a lot there. So you're looking only the building design there. So in terms of the choice, I would rather go waste environmental engineering, if I'm honest. That give you a lot more sort of choices there, so you can go either way in any industry actually with that one. So you can end up in railway, you can end up in highways, or within the buildings, and energy from waste. So the different sort of, yeah, options you got available there with the waste environmental engineering. But with sustainable building design, I believe you restrict yourself to buildings there. So obviously, my choice will be waste environmental engineering. But obviously, if that is not your choice, I always say go with your first priority there. But I'm just giving you the opinion. Yeah, what I think would be the best for yourself, basically from UK perspective, job perspective. So I hope that clarifies the question there. So let's go back to the topic I was talking about, the CV. That plays a really vital, important role when it comes to finding the job here in the UK. And the way you can tailor your CV, or finding the right template, go on the go.uk website, and that will give you basically the template. Well, not the template, but that will give you the information what you need to include in your CV, and that's what you need to upload on the different job portals. When it goes to the job portals, obviously you'll be contacted by the recruiters or by the recruitment agencies. There are different agencies there. Another thing when it comes to application to the job, obviously, is a couple of clicks. Basically, once you have profile done on your job portals, it will be just a few clicks basically applying to the job. It's quite easy, straightforward sort of process there. But I would discourage you to apply for everything. You need to ensure you understand, yeah, the job description, what the employer actually requires you. And as long you understand the requirement, and you're confident about your skills there, and you can avail that opportunity, I would go rather specific rather than just a blanket there. So make sure you understand, yeah, the requirements there. All the jobs, I mean, you would find on those portals, they would have their own descriptions there. Basically, you need to just go through those description, make sure you understand that. As long you know, yeah, these are the skills you can provide, yeah, provide to the employer, then go for that one. And there's more chances on that as well to get a call basically from the employer, from the recruitment agencies, rather than a blanket one, which you will see yourself disappointed as well. And you will think to yourself that I've applied for 50 jobs, I'm not getting any calls. And the reason might be you're not applying to the right job basically. So you're just not looking at the description, what they required, and whether that is suitable for yourself. Obviously, it's not just a matter of, yeah, getting into the field. You need to be in the right field as well, and that is really important. So that's just how it goes, yeah, to the job interview. The job interviews itself, obviously, again, it's a straightforward job interview. Soft skills plays a really important part. You need to express that, yeah, basically your soft skills there. Obviously, when it comes to the job specific, like, I mean, structure engineering, you need to understand, yeah, the technicality, the structure analysis there, the bending moment, shear forces, sort of, yeah, requirements there. As long you know those software sort of, yeah, skills, a bit of a knowledge there, that is good enough. The health and safety, sustainability, sort of, yeah, legislation, and the sort of, yeah, the basic education or knowledge you have, that is good enough basically for the graduate. You are not expected to have like a tons of, yeah, your experience in the background. They don't anticipate you to have those ones. As long you have the basic knowledge of the others, yeah, sustainability, the sort of, yeah, health and safety, and you other communication skills are good enough. So that's how it goes into the job interviews. But obviously, do practice the communication. Do basically get rid of your shyness and basically talking into the public. That really helps, I mean, to at that stage as well. So you need to express that when it comes to the job interview. So this was the whole process how you get into the job. Right. So another question here is from Sai. Sir, whether MSc 1 year course or 2 year course with 1 year's industrial placement, with one better? Right, brother. I did upload actually quite a lengthy video on this, yeah, placement or without placement, sort of, yeah, topic there on my video channel, on my YouTube channel. So you can have a look those as well, just to give you more insight, I mean, why I preferred one or the other. But just to answer your question here, for MSc, I do prefer 1 year course. For Yeah, basically for the obvious reason, when it comes to the placement, industry placement, you have to go through the same process as you would go for finding your first job basically in the industry. So rather than going through those process and getting the placement basically only for 1 year, why wouldn't you go basically as a permanent, basically finding your permanent job there? So it would be better to go straight into the job market rather than a placement, and then, yeah, you finish the placement and then struggle again basically to find the job. So for MSc, I would suggest 1 year course is really good, rather than, yeah, the placement year. Obviously, if for BSc, that's a different ball game. And watch that video uploaded on my YouTube channel. That will give you a lot more sort of, yeah, inside the different pros and cons of, yeah, why I'm saying this basically, 1 year is better than the 2 years. So I hope that clarifies that question there. Question is from Gamey. Sir, I'm having 1.5 years construction site experience. Will that help me in getting job after masters? Brother, whether you have 1.5 years, whether you have no experience, whatever your experience or whatever you know, it comes to the same point at the interview. The skills, what you can basically show to in the interview, what you can deliver and what you can provide to the service to the employer, it comes exactly to the same point. Even if I'm talking about myself, I got 15, 16 years of experience, and if I'm looking for my new job, they won't look at my previous experience. They will look at, yeah, the job description, what I'm applying for. Obviously, I will not apply for the graduate job, obviously, but I will apply for, like, for instance, principal engineer level. They would have their requirements there for the principal engineer, and in the interview they will concentrate on those requirements. As long I show them basically, I have the competency to basically provide you all these services what you're asking for, and that's where I get the job. And that's exactly the case for graduate as well. Whether you have experience, you have no experience, definitely if you have 1.5 year experience in construction, that definitely is going to enhance your sort of, yeah, understanding of the course as well. Obviously, when it comes to, yeah, doing your course, definitely that's going to help you a lot more there, and that will give you a bit more chance, yeah, into the when it comes to the job interview, because of your more knowledge of the practical, basically your experience there. But whether that's going to help you getting the job, um, it comes to the same point. If you can express them at the interview, that's where you're going to win and you're going to get the job. So I hope that clarifies your question there, guys. I'm really disappointed actually. Only got 10 likes and only a handful of calls, basically only 5 calls today. So wasn't a good day, but hopefully I have provided enough useful information. But if you have lacked information, um, do press the like, and if you like them enough, then do press the subscription button as well. And basically, especially for the civil engineers, guys, do concentrate. Obviously, beforehand, if you're coming here, obviously you have to study the euro codes. I would say get yourself into that routine, understanding the euro codes. And as I said, on my YouTube channel, I did upload a number of I think 5 to 6 sort of lectures there that will really help you to get your feet there. So they are systematic. Lecture 1, 2, 3, 4, sort of, yeah, systematic way. If you start from lecture 1, that will give you the background, and just weigh your way up basically to the next lecture. And I'm sure that that's going to help you to understand the standards, the design standards here, the Eurocodes. So I hope that that's all I wanted to cover in today's live chat. I hope this was useful. But if you guys are just joining in, I will upload, yeah, this video to the basically my YouTube channel as well, so you can go through the first part as well. So if you have missed those questions there, I hope this was useful, and thank you very much for all those they tune in, they actually call as well. Thank you very much for those ones, and I would just wish you best of luck in your future, and hope to see you some of you guys here in the UK as well in the future. So thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.